Welcome to another edition of the ARMR Chart Chat. Today we're going to break down the reasons why we were buying DDOG step by step so you can understand our process here at the ARMR Report. Stock's up about 9% today. And then I'm going to share with you another chart pattern of another company whose stock looks like DDOG. We haven't bought it yet, but we may be over the next couple days, depending on how it breaks down. So, or how it breaks out. So just to remind you, the ARMR Report is a show about quantamental investing, right, where we combine the combination of quantitative execution algorithms with a fundamental foundation, and that's the information edge I share with you. This is not a recommendation to buy a stock. You have to make those choices on your own. I don't know you, so I couldn't give you that advice. But if you want a more in-depth discussion about what you see here on Chart Chat and other videos on this channel, feel free to consider subscribing down here and becoming an ARMR insider, and we can chat one-on-one. So let's break this down. You're looking at a chart of DDOG. Okay? So what we look for, we have a basic four-step process when we're looking at chart patterns. The first thing we want to do is buy first or second stage bases. You can buy third, fourth, and fifth stage bases, but they get progressively more dangerous. So stage one based on DDOG, right here you can see the consolidation since it went public, right? And then you get the breakout on the first blowout of earnings right in here, okay? Now, what we want to do is buy the first pullback to the 50-day moving average, and that's what happened in this green box right here. The 50-day moving average is the black line, the exponential moving average, okay? I'm going to blow the chart up for you, okay? So then the entry point really is on this breakout day. Now this was a huge up day as they hooked up with Microsoft. The stock was up like 18% or something that day, okay? So we don't necessarily buy it day one. What we did was we waited 1, 2, 3, and we ended up buying it right in here on the fourth day, okay? Now you can also wait for it to touch the 9-day moving average, which is what it did a couple days later. And now today it's breaking out and that's up another 10% and it's making all-time new highs. The key to this pattern is that the big up day, which is right here, you don't go below, the price does not go below, does not make more than a 50% retracement of the big up bar. That's the key. You want to see it consolidate in the top half, or in this case, the top quarter of its range, which it's done. And then you look to buy a trigger. It could be a touch of a moving average. It could be a count, however you want to do it. Maybe there's an algo you're using that helps you find the entry point, like what we do. Okay? So there's the entry point in DDOG. Now let's take a look real quick at another stock setting up the same type of pattern. And that's going to be Sale Point. Okay? So again, in this case, this is even more possibly more attractive than DDOG because it's a stage one or first stage base. Okay? The breakout right here on blowout earnings and the run up right here because the company was added to the S&P 600 mid cap. Okay? So you get a lot of extra buying right in there on the gap. Okay? So now you look at this bar and the bar before as one big bar because it ran up in front of the news, then it gapped up on the news of the addition. So the question is, where will it go? Will it hold above the top half of the range and give a risk-on entry point? If it does, we'll be along at the ARMR Report, and I'll share it with you if you're an ARMR insider. Okay, so I hope this has helped. I'm going to do a series of these simple chart breakdowns so you can see how we read charts, and really it's an education for you if you're new to this process. If you've got questions for me, fill up the comment section, and I'd be more than happy to get more in depth on how our algorithms work to identify these names before they break out. I'm Brett Rosenthal. This has been a Chart Chat. I look forward to seeing you guys again.